I just picked up some of this Sniper Subsonic Aguila 22 ammo, and this stuff is kind of unusual in 22s in that it has a 60 grain bullet, which is 50% heavier than most 22 long rifle. Actually, you could make a case for it not actually being 22 long rifle, because case, no pun intended. Look at the case length. That's a standard 22 long rifle beside it. And this is a 22 short. So if you look closely, you can see that the Sniper Subsonic is actually a 22 short case, but it's got that long bullet in it, so it won't chamber in a 22 short only gun. So that's why it's marketed as 22 long rifle, because you shoot it in 22 long rifle chambers. It's the same overall length with the bullet and everything as your typical 22 long rifle, but it uses a 22 short case. Now, because of that heavy bullet, it won't stabilize in all rifles or handguns, and it's been my experience that it generally will cycle a semi-automatic, but it won't necessarily stabilize. For example, my 1022 that I used to have would feed and function with it, but the bullet would tumble. So we're going to try shooting it today in a bolt action 22 that I've never tried it in. Now, I've tried it in another bolt action 22 that it worked well in, but we're going to try it in the Mossberg today and see how it does. I haven't been able to find this stuff in a pretty good while, so I always liked it in my Marlin bolt action. So when I found some recently, I went ahead and picked up a few boxes of it. But let's take it out there and see how it does in the Mossberg. This is the rifle we'll be shooting today. It's a Mossberg 144 LS, and it works very well for subsonic ammo because it's got a 26-inch barrel, and that's unusual for a 22 rifle. So when I shoot subsonic ammo, I don't usually even wear hearing protection with this rifle because the long barrel quietens it down to, well, you'll see what it sounds like. That's a fairly cheap scope. Oh, Barska 6-24 by 50 millimeter, I think, that I had laying around. I used to have it on my 22-250, but I've got a better scope on it now. And when I got this rifle, it had a junk scope on it. So I always had pretty good results with this scope on the 22-250, and it wasn't being used for anything, so I decided that this rifle would be its home for a while at least. So I brought the Sniper Subsonics. That's the subject of the test, to see how well it shoots in this rifle, see if it tumbles and everything. I also brought a few rounds of, this is a partial box of PMC Scoremaster, and I don't know if I'll shoot any of it or not. It just depends. I basically brought it along so that if I fire a few rounds out of the sniper subsonic and it tumbles, I'm not going to shoot any more of it. So I brought the Scoremaster just so I would have something to shoot if that happens, so that, you know, I didn't walk up here for nothing. So without further ado, let's get to it. First shots aren't looking all that promising. Of course, that is from a cold bore. Let's try a few more. Well, that's pretty atrocious compared to what the same rifle will do with 40 grain standard velocity. So the little spots are 1 inch.